Good morning and welcome back. It's a beautiful Sunday morning, about 8:20, and I'm off for a little early-ish morning ride. I thought I'd take the chance to talk to you about something I've been thinking about, which is motorcycle gloves. How many pairs do you need? Whoops, look out for that hole. What should you start with? What's the minimum number of pairs you could have and be able to ride all year round? So I've filled my top box with all of the gloves, and I'll just find a nice quiet spot so we can have a little chat. By the way, I'm filming this particular video in 4K for the first time. I don't know if it'll make a big difference or if it'll be a pain in the arse. So let me know what you think. Is it worth it? Driving through a little place called Danzey. Hello to the people of Danzey and their doggies. Well, there's an idea. That's a clever little idea. Let's stop at Danzey train station, where there don't appear to be any trains coming. How are we gonna... That looks okay to me. What could possibly go wrong? Right, like I said, I've brought all of the gloves with me. So I'm not saying these are the right choice in each category or representative of what you need. This is just what I've bought. So I'll talk it through and see what you think. These are the first pair of gloves I bought when I was about to do my CBT, and the guy in the shop recommended them to me because I didn't know anything. They're made by RST. I'll have to look up the name. I can't see them in the label. They are super comfortable. They're made of mostly leather and with reinforced bits, obviously. You know, so for motorcycle gloves, these are not ordinary gloves. No way. They've got special reinforced sections. They might be waterproof, might have vents, they might have abrasion resistant. So these are made of leather, and I've done quite a bit of miles on them, and they're so soft now and so comfortable. You can feel the controls really easily, so you know exactly what you're doing, and I really like them. If you only buy one pair of gloves to start with, they'd probably be something like this, because it feels reassuring, feels easy to learn. When they're brand new, any pair of gloves are probably going to be a tiny bit tight. They will ease up a little bit, and you might feel some seams. So on the inside of the fingers here, when I first bought them, I was a bit concerned I could feel the seam rubbing there, and after my first ride it was a little bit sore, but it's totally eased up and softened up, and I like them very much. The thing you learn with motorbike gear is that no piece of gear is going to last you all throughout the year. So these are good for 3/4 of the year, perhaps, something like that. But when it gets super cold, they're not quite going to be warm enough. Bear in mind, standing here, I feel a little bit warm, but going at 50 miles an hour, even at 20 degrees, 22 degrees the other day, I was noticing, you can feel quite cold with that airflow. So, with that in mind, your next purchase might be to add something like this. This is a pair of just thin inner gloves, just, I don't know, made of polyester cotton or something. And you put that on first, put the glove over the top, and it makes them much, much warmer. If you try, you can sort of take them off as one, like that, and then put them back on again. No, fail. So you end up having to redo it each time, which is a little bit of a pain. Your next purchase is likely to be something a bit warmer. So this is what I got next. This is the Oxford Montreal glove. And these are super thick and super warm, and they're waterproof. So trying them on in the shop, like they felt, yeah, they're good, that's super warm. And you know, tried them on the hand grips that they have in the shop there, felt okay. But then I noticed when you get to the bike, they feel a bit bulky, you know, on the hand grips, and to feel the levers and the indicator control, they feel a bit bulky. But going at 50-60 miles an hour when the weather's colder, you think, no, I need this, I need the warmth. Obviously, we've got knuckle protection, thick bits on the front here. There's also a squeegee there on the finger that you can use to wipe your visor, which is kind of cool. These are waterproof, so if you're riding all year round, you need a pair of gloves like this, in the UK anyway. However, when the weather starts to get a bit warmer, even these gloves on their own might be a little bit too much. So I used these two pairs for the longest time. It was only just before the trip to France I decided I needed a pair of mesh gloves. So I got the Oxford Brisbane gloves. Now these are, as before, they felt a little bit tight when I first got them, but I knew they would ease up, and I was absolutely right. Just after the France trip, literally just 5-6 days of riding, they are so much softer and more comfortable, and they fit so well. The thing about mesh gear, I'm sure you know already, is you've got panels of this mesh stuff that really let the air flow through. So they're a lot cooler than other kinds of gloves. You know, riding along at 50 miles an hour, 60 miles an hour, the air is blowing in and keeping your hands cool and dry. Still got good protection there. This bit actually opens right up. You've got air ventilation behind there. I've been wearing these so much since, and they're comfortable down to maybe 19 degrees Celsius and all the way up. Even these feel a bit warm and annoying to put on. When it was 25 degrees C, putting them on, I thought, oh no, I don't want to put them on, it's too warm. But then once you get going, the airflow sorts that right out. And then finally, the fourth pair of gloves. Can't believe I've got 4 pairs of motorbike gloves already. I bought at the same time because I figured, what happens if it's raining but it's too hot? Definitely don't want the big Oxford ones on. So this is the Furygan, I've never heard of the name, Furygan Jet, all season D30 glove. They've got D30 armour in, which is a brand that people know. These gloves are waterproof, and they are a bit insulated. To be honest, I would have liked an even cooler glove, but I don't think you can get much cooler than this. So they are waterproof, but not particularly thick. So if you're only going to get one pair of gloves, actually, you might consider these. So you can wear them when it's wet. But they will get a bit too warm a bit quicker. So I don't know, actually. I wore these in France when it was raining and quite warm, and they were fine. They were fine. Only gloves I've had so far with touch-sensitive fingertips and thumb. They're not great. You know, you can unlock your phone, or you can push resume on the map or start on the map. That's annoying, isn't it? When you've set up the directions on your phone, and you get your gloves on, your helmet down, but you haven't actually pressed start. Oh, got to take the glove off, press start, glove back on. So that's kind of handy, but it's not, you know, you wouldn't want to type a text in with them. You can't really do that. Okay, one more thing to show you. If you want waterproofness, but you don't really want a separate pair of waterproof gloves, you might consider some overgloves. So these are the Oxford Rainseal Advanced. There's a simple version and an advanced version. I think it just has the elasticated cuff and the drawstring. And the idea with these is you put the glove on, your normal gloves, even these nice thin air gloves. Ooh. as I was saying, you put your nice thin gloves on, and then you add the waterproof cover over the top. Now, this is super waterproof, very, very waterproof, but it is a bit of a pain in the neck. You've got these flappy mittens on, and when you grip the bars, they sort of, well, they can turn inside the glove, so you lose a bit of feel there, and the fabric can sort of bunch up as well. I found you can do everything you need to do. You can ride safely and in control. It's fine. It's just, it's a little bit annoying. So when you push the indicator to the right, you know, you push the little button away from you, that's fine. But if you've got to reach around and pull it to the left, like the fabric sort of stops you, you have to let go a bit and re-grab it. So it's mildly annoying. I would much prefer proper waterproof gloves if I knew it was going to be raining. But as an option for if it might rain, or you keep them in the bottom of your bag or your box or something, just to add these as part of your waterproofs, you know, they roll up smaller than another pair of gloves. So you might like that as an option. If you're only going to buy one pair of gloves, it would probably be nice, super comfortable leather, well ventilated gloves, so you can feel everything you're doing with the controls on your CBT. The gloves aren't going to feel like they're annoying you or distracting you. Or if it's a little bit colder and rainier where you live, you might go for some lightweight but waterproof gloves. If you know you're going to buy 2 pairs of gloves, and here's the thing, I know you're getting your first set of kit, you want to keep it under £500, which is sort of a budget end of the market. But if you knew you were going to buy 2 pairs of gloves, I would actually buy the mesh gloves and the waterproof gloves. So you've got slightly warmer and waterproof, and you've got nice and cool for the summer. It really depends on your climate. I'm talking about the UK. If you're a commuter, you already know you need a range of kit to cope with a range of different weathers. I hope that was helpful. Thanks for watching another superb motorbike video. I will say goodbye from Danzey train station, and I will see you on the next one.